What's up, ladies and gentlemen? CamShaft here with another video. What is cheap, portable, and has 6 GPUs? Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be talking about a portable GPU crate today, how to make it, and what pieces you'll need. To be honest with you, this build is going to be less than about $35. I want to say it was about, I actually want to say it was under $30, but don't quote me on that. I went to my local Home Depot and got these parts on the cheap. So with that, we'll go ahead and get into the video after a thank you for all of my people in my cryptocurrency mining group. We're over 3,000 members now, so don't forget to join us there. Facebook.com/group/cryptomine. Feel free to ask the questions in there, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for my subscribers. I wouldn't be here without you, so teaching you the basics is what I love to do. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump into it. So so what you're going to need is you're going to need a 1x1 aluminum angle. Not sure how long they were. You know, it was like $13 a pop or something like that. For this, it was 2 long, 90 inches or something like that, from Home Depot. Just get the 2 of the long ones, 1x1, and then I also got a couple of the 2x1 wooden things you can see right here. This is a 1x2, and you also need some screws. So I got the self-tapping screws. I think I got the 3/4 inch there. I will try to get you the measurements of this, but it's all at the office. So if you want me to put that in the comments, you should let me know. I'll post it down below. So what we got here is basically I use my floor to kind of measure this out. So you're talking about 12 inches by about 24 inches here, and you're talking about, I think this is about maybe 1.5, maybe 16 inches or so right here. So I've got the screws kind of set in here. You can see aluminum on the bottom. I've got wood. I've got 3. This is in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And then what I did is I built this up. We got the wood laying across here. The reason you want the wood is because your GPUs are actually going to be sitting on this guy right about here, and they're going to be extending over. So, and actually, you know what? I'd retract my statement. This right here was moved over a little bit. I actually measured my motherboard so that the edges would sit right here and also right here. So it may not be exactly in the center, but it's pretty darn close there. So you'll see a look at that here in a second. So here is the motherboard sitting on there. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws kind of holding it in there. And then I laid these out for good measure. So what I found out is that I had made a mistake by putting this this long piece of wood right here at the top, because as you can see, this is a compact unit here. This actually would be, wouldn't be able to sit on there. So what I did is I took this long piece and I kind of moved it down. I put the GPUs in the air, kind of hanging them, and then I made a mark of where they would kind of just sit on there. And so I screwed that in. You can see that I screwed that in the same way I screwed, long ways as opposed to sitting up. So, it's got more surface space there. Worked out perfectly. So I actually thought this was going to be that the cards were going to kind of come in here, and then I would put another kind of cross beam right here, but this worked out perfectly right here. So as you can see, and then what I did is I went ahead and put the self-tapping screws. You can see where they're kind of holding this in. So from the motherboard, I spaced this out. I put the PSU on top, and then I just tap this in. It doesn't really matter where, as long as it's going to hold this up. These 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4, actually hold this PSU in there. It doesn't actually move around once I got on the board there, so that was awesome. Back from, if you look on this side right here, you can see the SSD is behind the motherboard. So you got two screws holding that bad boy in place. And then, as you can see, I mounted the power button right at the front there. And then what I did is on the back side, where the GPUs are actually going to be sitting, I put 2 screws kind of holding them in, so they kind of can't move left or right. So that worked out perfectly. I actually just put push pins in here just to hold it, because I didn't want anything permanently. I wanted to be able to pull them in and out if I needed to diagnose or whatever. So we're almost finished here. As you can see, the motherboard is mounted, the PSU is mounted, we got the SSD back there. We've got the 2 screws on both sides of either GPU. Boom, 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 there. And then you actually have these push screws just kind of holding this in, locking it in place. And here it is. This is actually the finished thing here. You plug in the PSU, you plug in your Ethernet and your mouse and your keyboard there, and you're good to go. 1 HDMI right to your monitor, and this bad boy was finished. So this is the finished product. As you can see right here, I only had 5 cards. This is when I added the 6th. I added another PSU to kind of supplement the power. So you have 2 to 3 on here, plus the risers, and then you have these guys being powered by another PSU. So it was pretty easy to set this guy up. Like I said, with under $30 or so, and pretty easy. I mean, this only took me about a half an hour to actually cut and build. So you're going to need a electronic screwdriver, you're going to need a hacksaw, and you're going to need those self-tapping screws. But besides that, I can't think of any other crazy tool that I needed except for, measuring tape, unless you're going to use your tiles on your floor. But other than that, give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys have at your house. And I appreciate you being here, and it's a lovely Sunday. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.